All right, welcome to the show, Strategic Thinking Media Platform, Urban Artificial Intelligence. Y'all know I like to kick it and I like to talk about stocks every now and then. It's something that I've been researching for years. I made a little bit of money, I lost a little bit of money, but I'm continuing to research and learn about stocks. That's something that I eventually want to do. Um, and I want that to be the majority of my income. So I'm always tapped into what's going on. I'm learning more and more every day, and a big event has happened recently. Now, this happened last week. I'm talking about it now because I didn't really understand what was going on. I had to do some research. I did the research. I understand everything that's going on right now. Nvidia is getting a Department of Justice subpoena in an escalating antitrust investigation. All right, so an antitrust investigation is basically just what it is. The Department of Justice, for whatever reason, they don't trust Nvidia. All right, for whatever reason, they feel like Nvidia's doing some bullshit and they need to investigate it. But I'm gonna let a more knowledgeable person break it down, and then we're gonna get into it.
Now welcome back. Nvidia shares getting slammed in the regular session. Now getting dinged again in overtime after Bloomberg reported the company received a DOJ subpoena, an escalating antitrust investigation. Joining us now on the newsline is Patrick Moorhead from More Insights and Strategy. Pat, good to have you. So what do you make of this antitrust stuff with Nvidia? I mean, it seems they're clearly the product leader in AI, and so they're winning fair and square. What's to investigate?
Yes, this is completely expected. And NVIDIA has over 90% of the data center GPU market share. When you combine that with the Lina Khan administration, and I would say the new rules for what can be proved as being a monopolist, and that is, it's not what you have done, it's what you might do. I like to call that pre-crime, which is pretty new for the past 6 or 7 years out there.
Okay, pre-crime, but eventually a judge is going to have to weigh in, I imagine. At least, with the U.S., it seems like being a monopoly, having isn't illegal. Abusing monopoly power is, right?
That's exactly right. And that gets into the new rules. I mean, if you look at 10 years ago, you had to show damages to consumers, to companies, to innovations. And now it has shifted over the past decade to what you might do. It'd be very hard to look back at the marketplace history and demonstrate where NVIDIA has abused its monopolistic powers, because that history really doesn't exist here.
Okay, all right. Now, if in case you didn't understand that, because it did sound kind of confusing. Basically, the Department of Justice is they're subpoenaing Nvidia because they have complete control of the chips that make AI. Right? They control about 80 to 95% of the chips that utilize AI technology. So if you have anything that uses AI technology, like your phone, some people's cars will have AI very soon. Appliances will have AI very soon. TVs will have AI very soon. They make the chips that makes that technology possible. Now, this is very dangerous, y'all. This is very dangerous. They're basically saying they have so much control that it's almost like a pre-crime. Like Nvidia has the monopoly. The Department of Justice don't trust Nvidia. Now, this dropped Nvidia's stock significantly. All right, significantly. Now, since this video, it has come up a little bit, but it's been up and down, and we're gonna get into the current price of Nvidia right now. But it's a couple of things that we gotta discuss with this. Number one, what's that movie? And I don't remember the name. I think it's Tom Cruise. Minority Report. when the police could tell in the future that you was about to do a crime, that's basically what's going on with Nvidia. They feel like they have the game so tight in a monopoly that they feel like they're not gonna be trustworthy. They can influence people to not start their own companies. They can influence future rivalries, future rival marketplaces or whatever the case may be. The number two thing is, if the Department of Justice is wrong, Nvidia stock is going to go back up. All right, and that's going to be an opportunity for people to make a lot of money. That's going to be an opportunity for a lot of people to make money, all right, because their stock basically dropped for no reason. All right, the stock dropped for no reason. Now, it's another interesting video that I seen. Let's listen to what this guy got to say.
Nvidia lost $279 billion in market cap yesterday. That is the largest single-day decline in stock market history. News came out yesterday morning that Nvidia had been subpoenaed by the Department of Justice in an antitrust lawsuit. However, now this morning, an Nvidia spokesperson has stated they never received such a lawsuit. So first question, who's lying? Second question, does this make Nvidia a buy?
Nvidia. Absolutely it does. Absolutely it does. Because if they're not getting investigated, now number one, they didn't even do nothing wrong. They didn't even do anything wrong. All right. They're getting investigated basically to prevent a future crime. Okay, so right there, that's telling you it's some bullshit going on. Nothing about the company has actually took a turn for the worse. And number two, once this is all said and done, their stock is going to shoot back up. All right, so let's take a look at Nvidia. Now, I know I got a lot going on my chart. I got some Bollinger Bands. I got some moving average lines. Don't pay attention to that. But y'all see how Nvidia has dropped. Now, each of these blue lines is a Monday, all right? So Nvidia is at 102 right now. Once this news is over and out of the way, in the past couple of weeks, it's been high as 128. This is an opportunity for people to make money because nothing is wrong with the company. The Department of Justice subpoena is bullshit. It's bullshit. It's trying to prevent a future crime. So they have done nothing wrong. And Nvidia has been ahead of the AI game for years. They in the money that they're making now, the technology that they have now, they invested in this 15 and 20 years ago. They was preparing for this 10 and 15 years ago. That's how they're reaping the benefits now. When you and I'm just just a little bit of stock talk here. If you aren't interested in this, then you could just ignore it. But you see the numbers dipping below that lower band. That means it's preparing to go back up. This is an average. All these lines right here, this red line right here, this black line right here, this blue line right here, this orange line right here. These are real-time moving averages. So when a stock is below those, it could go back up at any time. Something is wrong for it to be below those. All right, if we look and we do our research, we're going to see it's just the news. It's just the news. Buy the rumors, sell the news. Nothing is going wrong with this company. The company is stronger than ever, but the stock is going down. When that is the case, that means you should buy. That means you should buy, and it's continuing to go down. Nvidia's revenue growth surged to 80% year over year post COVID-19, but later declined to negative 20% as demand slowed, with stock experiencing a 66% decline during this period. These are things that we as normal people have to take advantage of. Okay, I'm not a stock expert. I'm a normal person. I'm not rich. I'm a regular 9-to-5 guy. For now, I'm not rich yet. But for now, I'm a regular 9-to-5 guy. These are things that I have to take advantage of. These are things that don't come around often. The Department of Justice is fucking with Nvidia. They want to understand why they have such a tight grip on the AI market. It's because they're smart. They made the right choices, and AI is the wave. All right. I want you to look at this one last thing right here. This is called the RSI. It's an indicator. Do y'all see? I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's way below the last dotted line. That means it's oversold, which means it's gonna go up quick. All these lines that are under the line in the middle, that means that it's unusually low, which means it could go up at any time. At any time, this could go back up, and when it go back up, it's gonna go up high, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. That's the real reason Nvidia is being investigated. It's not nothing crazy going on. This Nvidia stock dropping could be a blessing for regular people. Now, unless you got a lot of money to put in it, it won't be life-changing money, but it can definitely create the money and get the ball rolling to the money that changes your life, because that's how stock works, man. It's a snowball effect, and this could be the perfect snowball for somebody who wants to get into investing, man. But get in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. Nvidia being investigated by the Department of Justice. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to continue to do content about Nvidia. I'm a big fan.